All right, let me know, Stafy.
Says online, but I'm waiting for the ad to go by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, should be. Yeah, it's on.
All right, good. The lab's the lab's open now. Yeah, great. All right. So I'm gonna introduce Stafy over here. Stafy, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Stafy. I'm a NorCal player for Vsav. Used to play in SoCal for about a year or two, and moved back to home.
That's great. Tell them about your placing at Evo, man.
Okay. So I went into Evo with the goal of trying to get top 8, and I ended up 4th. I beat a Japanese player called Ranty, a Japanese Beachmon player, and I believe I lost to Ilaris for the 3rd place spot and lost. So,
he's a tough one, man. He's very tough. Best Felicia, one of the best Felicias we have. So now that that's out of the way, let's get started. So this is Retroarch, right? And let me just pull up the browser real quick. Turn that off and pull up a web browser real quick. Not that one. Let me go make another one. Give me 1 second. And then get that thing out of here. Actually, let me get this guy out of here. Actually, move this guy. Get out of here. Get out of here, you bum. Let me load up the Firefox. It's pulling up the wrong Firefox. Oh, this one. Oh, why are you doing this? Okay, it's just doing random stuff. Whatever. I'll pull that other shit later. Let me just do a window capture. How about that? Which one? Nope, that's the Twitch one. And are they both? Nope, don't want us to do that. Yeah, it just keeps pulling on the Twitch one. I'll figure that out later. Whatever. We'll just talk about Retroarch instead.
Yeah, we'll just do it live.
Yeah. Get rid of this guy. Alright, let me pull up this thing again. Alright, so we'll just do this. So Retroarch just recently added the ability to use cheats for regular Final Burn Alpha. So what that means is that for a lot of the games that we play on Fightcade now have cheat implementation. Can you move, Stafy? Alright.
Yep.
Alright, so and the cheats will basically work for anything like Final Burn Alpha and stuff, but it'll also work for like Super NES games, NES games, Genesis, pretty much I think anything as long as it has save states. So in order for the cheats to function, the emulator itself needs save states, right? If your emulator doesn't have save states, the cheats will not hook, right? And you'll probably desync. The Retroarch is hooking the cheats into the thing. It's not the emulator itself doing it, so that kind of like prevents the chances of getting desyncs, right? So I'm gonna go into the game now.
Alright,
so do that. So we're gonna go into the game. So the process of getting the cheats to work is kind of like you'll find like the original cheat files, and the values for the cheats are actually the same, except they're usually one value down. So it'll be like one value down or one value up, right? So there's you can find if you Google it, you can find a document which shows how to get these cheats to work, and in it he'll have all these cheats for the for particular games. However, he only did it for one P side, so I had to make my own cheats for P2 side in order to get this to work. So right now I'm gonna hook, like, see, I already have all my cheats on. I have my infinite time, my infinite health. You have to have like 2 health codes for this game for some reason, and then infinite meter for P1 and P2, right? And let's go into the game. Turn that off. And we'll just go into the game real quick. I'm just gonna random select though. So now my cheats didn't end up coming out perfect. So what ended up happening was like it's 75% health for some reason, but the value never goes down, so that's fine. It's gonna do what I want it to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I can practice pretty much doing whatever I want with this, and this is an example of using online training mode. So now we have a means of getting training mode online, which we never had before, right? This is a first, I think, for like any old game, right? We've never had the ability to use online training mode with a friend. It's always a highly requested feature for a lot of games, right? But
yeah,
you know, like we didn't have that kind of thing back then. So this is big. Like this is huge for a lot of old games. This works for like, you know, this game, Third Strike community, all that. Like this is a pretty big deal for leveling up your community, right? The only games there are a couple games that will not work, and it's mostly due to the cheat codes not working properly. I do know like the cheat codes were fixed for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, from the Fightcade creator POF, right?
Yeah.
So POF fixed the Super Turbo cheats, right? But only for MAME, right? So I don't think he ever implemented it in a Final Burn Alpha. So because of that, Super Turbo cheats may not work, and neither will Street Fighter 2 cheats, as far as I can recall.
Yeah, it's very much a work in progress.
Well, see, the reasons, like, because like when you apply the cheats, the game just acts really funny, and you'll lose hit stop, right? So the game will treat it as if you're hitting nothing, so you can't do any combos. And the other games that are also affected by that are like Darkstalkers 1, I think, and Vampire Hunter. I know for sure Vampire Hunter is affected by this as well, because both those games run on a Super Turbo engine. So you can't do it for those games. I'm not sure about X-Men Children of the Atom. I'm pretty sure it might do the same thing. It might not. For what I recall, the codes did work for Children of the Atom, though. Anything that has like a Super Turbo engine might not work, is what I'm saying. But yeah, so basically we can now do a training mode, right? So like, let's say Stafy wants to work on something, right? What do you want to work on, Stafy?
Yeah.
Do you want to work on guard cancels?
Yeah, let's do guard cancels.
All right, so, you know, instead of like going into like training mode and setting up a dummy, now I'm gonna, you know, run and do like a block string. So I'm just gonna do like a 3 or 4 hit string, and then he'll just try to guard cancel out of it, right? Every time I run into him, and he'll just practice. Whether it's gonna whiff or not, that's not like, he just wants to get a guard canceling.
Yeah.
Players will do, you know, strings of this sort, or like jump in strings. If he wants me to like practice like 1 hits, 1 or 2 hit guard cancels out of an air string, because people do air strings a lot in this game. You know, that's another thing that can be practiced. Although it'll cause it to whiff because the character's guard cancel is slow, so he'd probably need a 1 hit. But even then, I'm pretty sure it'll probably whiff. But whatever, you know, it's just a means of training, right? Or he can practice push blocking, which is another highly important defensive mechanic in this game. So this is, like or we can practice, match specific stuff. Like I can have this BB Hood like do double jumps and stuff, and I'm try to hit buttons because double jumping with BB Hood into like jump strong is super annoying, right?
Yeah.
So he can try to anti-air it, but he also has to space it correctly, right? So I'll probably just go into random spots, mix it up. Whatever he wants to practice, we can pretty much do, and that's a big thing. Plus, we have like voice chat and all other stuff, so you can kind of just coordinate whatever they want to practice. So this is an example of that, right?
Yeah, it's almost virtually lagless.
Yeah, so let's talk about the emulator, right, itself. So the emulator is a later version of Final Burn Alpha, right? So it's like whatever's latest, right? I guess. So the emulator is more optimized to run on like other like OSs, right? Especially in particular Windows 10, right? Because like when you play on something like Fightcade 1, that emulator is from like 07, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of runs really choppy, right? So this is a great alternative if you're trying to look for Netplay, in particular because like Fightcade 2 is not being worked on at the moment. So this is a great
recently announced.
Yeah, so this is a great like alternative to it, and you can use this as a means of practicing with somebody, getting a training mode set up, and learning a skill set. I can pretty much just like I'm pretty much gonna start helping out whoever asks for it now using this setup, pretty much exclusively because like Fightcade doesn't run too well on my computer because it's Win 10. It's really stuttery, and I kind of don't like playing on Fightcade 1. And since Fightcade 2's wasn't like they had the save state issue for Vsav, we kind of just abandoned that, right? So we kind of didn't have any ways of playing the game, right?
Yeah.
Made it kind of unenjoyable.
It used to be good, but I guess some updates kind of messed it up.
Yeah.
Still a lot of one-player side lag.
Yeah.
So till it's fixed, there's nothing really we can do.
Yeah. Oops. I can pause. All right. Just checking on some things. Let's see. So let me try going back and out. Let's see. What do you want to practice against Stafy? You want to practice against this thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I did talk some shit about Igloo earlier.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, practice against that.
The dreaded Igloo. Okay. So, yeah, this is... I'll just do the standard jab, and then, that. Just try push blocking them out. Not gonna be perfect because I'm not a real Sasquatch man, but it's good enough. But I can do this though. That's fine. I'm on hitbox. Right. Yo, what up, David? Yeah, I'm just really happy that we so we just basically stumbled upon this, right? Because as I said, when we started this off, the cheat were just barely implemented, right? This was not a feature like a month, like 2 months ago, right? This just kind of just happened. And we're like, let's screw around with Retroarch, right? Because we're trying to look for like alternatives, because like Fightcade is super stuttery, right? And I didn't feel like playing it, so we tried an alternative, right? And we kind of just ran into this. So I'm really happy because this will help out a lot of the a lot of the OG communities. You know, when you're trying to train up player skill sets and stuff.
Yeah, especially when there are scenes that are just too far apart. Well, Vsav does have a lot of hubs. There definitely are spread out scenes.
Yeah.
Chicago, especially.
Yeah. You don't get a lot of opportunities to practice with other scenes, right? Or even like, because like we're all really spread apart, and we only get to see each other realistically in an event, right? So this is like a first for the community to like kind of like practice with each other. No more like on paper, you know, like Theory Fighter. You know, we can kind of just work on it, you know, together and trying to build it up.
It definitely helps someone like me who doesn't know how to get record macros working on MAM and doesn't own a copy of Darkstalker's Resurrection.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a nice alternative.
Yeah,
especially if you want to practice with others.
Yeah, Darkstalker's Resurrection record mode is really, really, really good. And it save states features really good. This is like the only thing that would be lacking, right? Is a way to train online. But like a lot of games don't have that, right? So
yeah.
Yo, thanks, Nuclear Potato. Yeah, so anybody got any questions in the chat about how this works?
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about port forwarding as well.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, see, like I think like because I haven't really even like truly port forwarded. I just matched whatever your port said, right, to the number, and then it just works, right? That's what I did, because I might have did it when I started, right? Like, you know, like how it'll give you that Windows message where it'll say, you know, like, what the hell is it? Like when you start a brand new program that goes online for the first time, right? And it'll ask you permission to go online or whatever. Oh, why hasn't this desynced? Because I think so. My theory, Hero, is that Retroarch is like hooking it like cheat engine, right? Like how cheat engine works. So it'll hook in the cheats. The emulator itself is not doing the cheats. It's the like the front end program Retroarch itself is doing it, right? So that's my theory. Like I could be wrong, but it's definitely has not desynced every time we've done it.
Yeah. Like there are stutters, but that's just the nature of Netplay.
Yeah. Known issues so far that we've seen from this emulator. So, like, LaMagic dude can attest to this, but like he'll start up his emulator and it'll just like the frame rate will go down for some reason. I have no idea what causes it. And then I think we were at like Typhus's place and we tried it, and after about like an hour, like the frame rate just went down for no reason. But we were doing offline gameplay, so it was really strange. But like, I don't think training mode's gonna be like longer than a couple 30 minutes for the most part, right? No, I haven't seen it yet, but like I'll probably run into an issue eventually, right? It's just a matter of time. No, like it was dipping like 40, like 45 or some shit, right? It was really weird. It's like me and David were playing, and it was dipping about like 45, and we were playing. We're like, am I seeing frames? What the hell's going on? This feels weird, right? And but yeah, I'm not sure what the issue was. I'll just blame it on Typhus's computer. Yeah, I'll just blame it on him. He loves Doom, so I'm gonna blame it on Doom and Typhus.
Yeah, I think me and Mar played a set of Vsav for like, I believe an hour.
Yeah.
maybe an hour and a half, and it never desynced upon us.
Yeah, like I haven't had any issues, at least on my computer.
No slowdown, no desyncs. All right.
So yeah, I definitely want to test out additional games, but I had to like start making like cheat files and stuff. So like we need to come up with a list of games that we're probably gonna end up touching, and then I can modify the cheat files because like the guy who made the cheat files didn't complete it. I think he only did it for P1 side because I think he only plays P1 side on fighting games for some reason. Like he only plays against the CPU. I'll be sure not to blame the Doomslayer, but it is Typhus's fault. Yeah, like the slowdown. Yeah, I've definitely we've seen it. So I'm just gonna call it like a known issue, right? But I have no idea what causes it, right?
It could be a memory thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the issue, the funny thing is, it's like offline too. So when that happened, like we weren't doing anything. So we were just playing the game.
Yeah, like even I feel like I should be expecting the same issues since I have Firefox on and another game on.
Get out of that.
Yeah, only thing is decent. It's just small desyncs that get rolled back. That's all. No frame issues at the moment.
Let's talk about consoles that this, like I said, so I haven't checked every single console on here, but I think anything up to PS1, as long as it has like a save state, you can use these kind of cheats for.
Yeah.
Because this is Retroarch has like rollback netcode built into it, right? So it needs save states in order to run Netplay. We tried to play Dreamcast, and that was very unsuccessful.
Yeah, it's no Marvel 2 yet. Quite yet. You can get your Tekken on though, that's for sure.
Yeah, like
you want to play old school Tekken.
Yeah, David and I tried, and it was like, ugh, what the fuck? We couldn't play. Like we desynced immediately. So you're still had to suffer P2P Chimera.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because, we can do Netplay Marvel with online training mode. That'd be pretty sweet. Or CVS2 or anything like that. Yeah, we're on a different stage. Like, we random selected and we're just on a completely different stage. Yeah, that's a desync. Oh, okay. So you want like a basic rundown again? Okay, I can do that. I'm gonna hit F1.
I can do that.
I can do it. Hit F1. So you'll need to find you'll need the Final Burn Alpha version of the ROM of the game you're gonna go get, right? Right. And then once you find those, because I can't give those out, right? On here. But when you do find those, what you're gonna do is you'll load up. You'll first have to download the core, right? So you'll go to you'll get a new core, right? Let's see. Just go in here.
Yeah, and if you just click download core, you can see the whole list. Arcade games.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to download core, right? And these are all the emulators that are supported, right?
So you can play Doom.
Yeah, you can play Doom on here, I guess. Yeah, so there's a bunch of things on this on Retroarch itself, right? So you hit enter on whichever one you want, right? But for our case, since we're playing Vsav, right, you're gonna get there's multiple versions of Final Burn Alpha and all this stuff, right? All that stuff is nonsense. You just get this one. You get the regular arcade Final Burn Alpha, right? Because that's the one that supports the cheats. All this other one, like I guess was just there, and they just never got rid of these. So you just get regular Final Burn Alpha, and then once that's set up, you just link it to the directory either using load content, and then you go through all your directory paths, or you can load it through here and scan the file, and then find it from there. You'll just have to locate it through directories, right? And then here's the other problem. Motherfucking inputs, dude. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So this is
a problem indeed.
Everything up until that point is easy, right? Then you get to the matchup, right? This is the matchup right here. So get ready for this. So, all right, I'm gonna explain this in like Capcom fighting game notation, right? So this is light kick, the B button. This is light punch, and then this is all fine. Select, start, up, down, left, right, all good, right? This is medium kick, and this is medium punch. And then you flip those around. This is heavy punch, and this is heavy kick. All right.
And that's how you do Iron Man Infinite.
And that's how you get the Iron Man Infinite done on here. So you have to learn this matchup, the input matchup, right? Sometimes it doesn't even save properly too, which is annoying. Like I had to do it like multiple times. Looks like we froze too. Like it's not running.
Oh, it might be. I'm also F1, so.
Oh, you're F1 too. Okay.
Yeah.
So once you said all that, let's go take a look at the cheats, right? So how do you input the cheats? So let's go into the game, right? So we're in the game. We have to go to the cheats folder, and you can either load up a cheat file, which I have for the Vsav community, and it'll like you can just load it up from here from the cheat file that I'll give you. But let's say you want to make a new cheat, right? What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to find a file from some guy that made it on GitHub, right? And you can get the values from his cheats, or you'll have to get the old Final Burn Alpha cheats, and you'll have to like make a new file, like a new. You'll have to make new cheats for P2 side because he only did P1 side. So for whatever game you're gonna play, you're gonna have to make your own cheats, and then send it off to other community members, right? Yeah, you can pause during Netplay. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's very, very convenient. Another thing you can do with Retroarch is you can play 4-player games.
You can play yeah.
You can finally play The Simpsons. You can finally play Alien vs. Predator.
Yep, 3P,
Dungeons & Dragons. You can also start lobbies as well. If you want to do just the traditional arcade cab rotation, then you can do it on Retroarch.
Yeah.
Very much possible.
Yes, I would say it's better than 5K right now. Yeah, currently, because like 5K 2 would have been decent, but it's not functional now. So you have
it is at the moment.
And if you're playing on Windows 10, 5K runs like crap. Like it runs bad on Windows 10. It micro stutters like crazy. I don't even want to touch the damn thing half the time.
It micro stutters, one-sided like lag. Pretty bad, unfortunately.
Like 5K2 ran pretty decent on my end when I was touching it, right? But it's done now, so can't do anything with it now. So this is your replacement if you're playing on Windows 10. Yes.
Yeah.
If you
the only thing you have to do is either forward your ports, which is not too hard to do. You can do that on portforward.com. Or you can use one of the relay servers, which we haven't tested out yet, but should work just like 5K.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, like 5K just runs like really, really choppy on my end, so I don't like playing on it a lot if I don't have to. So this is a great alternative. Like it runs really well. It's stable, and look, you can do online training mode with your boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hit me up if you want some training. Yeah, the input lag. Oh, about that. So you go into some.
Let's talk about that.
Some funky features on this thing. Okay, let me go there. So let me back up. So you got this crazy shit latency, right? So this allows you to mess with the game's latency. So you're gonna apply rollback like style netcode stuff, but to offline. But I'm gonna apply it to both online and offline. So I'm gonna turn this thing on. I have it set to 4 frames of run ahead, right? Now the game's gonna get all funky. So now the characters instantly jump, and it's gonna jitter more.
Yeah, especially if it's not synced with the other person. I don't believe I have it on, so it might be a little weird. Yeah.
If the other person doesn't have it on, I'm not sure what happens on their end. But like on my end,
jumping like crazy for me.
yeah, you probably want to turn that on.
see.
F1.
That's F1.
And then hit the latency.
Give me one.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it because he's on the other side doing stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Retroarch's being weird for me right now, so I can't get the options.
All right, I'll just turn that crap off. But
Yeah,
basically, like for non-fighting games, it's a pretty fun option to mess around with because you can change the dynamics of the game significantly. Like if you're playing like a game that has a lot of input delay, you can change the input delay essentially by using that feature. So it's a pretty cool feature to mess around with. Like I tried it with like Final Fight, and it made the game feel a lot smoother for some reason. Even though the game plays really well already, like it made the game a lot more smooth. Like I tried it with AVP as well, and it was a lot different, like a lot more smooth. But you know, you'll see like jumpiness in the game because it's just like it's applying rollback, right, to offline. And you can only change the amount of frames to about like 6. So if you're playing, like, I turned on like Shaq Fu, right? And that game runs like garbage, right? So I set that shit to 6, and the jumping felt okay, but they still feel like crap, right? And since you're like skipping 6 frames, it's impossible to do special moves. But at least you can move. Yeah, well, if you need help with testing that, yeah, just hit me up and I'll help you to set it up. There are
when it comes to this.
There are settings to be aware of, especially if you're going to stream this, because like it's sort of similar to like Caster, where you have to give IPs and stuff, right, to play people, right? So be careful with those, right? There are settings so that you know, like I have settings on my that turn off notifications, so I can't see any of the user's IP, right? But there's kind of settings, right? Oops, keep getting that. Yeah, I'll help you, anyone to set it up, you know. I just wanted to throw it out there, you know, that we have an option to do online training together, right? So I can, instead of like, you know, coming with, here, correct this match video, right? We could just work on it. Well, we could do them both, right? I can review your match video, right? And we'll come up with things to like work on, and then we can go in here and work on them, right? And fix up the problem, right? So that's the goal, like that I have. Like, I want to like help players out, correcting all the issues that they have, so I can use like, both in combination, right? You come up with match video footage, we'll review it, and then you can enter in a game with me, and then we can work on that. I can kind of explain, you know, the process of how to break down the skills that you need to train on, right? And we'll help out each other. Yeah, I think this is a pretty big deal for a lot of the older communities, for sure. And I'm like interacting with the rest of the scene is going to help out a lot too, because there's a lot of players that we never, you know, this is not, unless you go up and travel, you'll never get their perspective of how they view the game, right? So yeah, I'm down to definitely helping out with training, particularly this game, but you know, I can add a couple other games too to the mix, because I have experience in quite a bit of games, but not at a high level, right? But I still know what I'm doing in a lot of the games, right? Oops. Right, I'm gonna switch this buddy. Seems like there's something wrong with my medium kick. It's like auto firing. Just take a look. No. Any other character? You want to practice against Jumpman?
Oh yeah. Let's do Jumpman.
Okay, I'll practice against Jumpman. Alright. So this is Jumpman, and he likes jumping. He likes doing medium kick and jumping heavy kick a lot. And there's not much you can do to stop him. You know what? Ironically, that might be the best option, that guard cancel you just did. Because he is high in the air, right?
Yeah.
But
You of course have to like hex Q it well.
yeah, like it has to be on the first frame that thing connected, I think. Because he is high in the air and it has a higher chance of hitting, I think. But at the same time he drops really fast. So but if he's too low, don't do it. So one of the biggest issues in this game is the turnaround frames in this game. Right? Characters suck at turning around. So that's why this character's so good. It's because every time he like does like something like cross up jump light kick, not much you can do to stop him. Once he gets in that position, you're pretty much forced to block. So you don't like the goal is to make sure that he never lands in this position right here. If he gets too close right here, you're susceptible to getting crossed up. Make sure he's never here. As long as he's never there, and you're moving around, you should be okay. Like, of course, you'll have to deal with occasional piece cannon stuff, and this, and he'll try to force his way over there. But like, I wouldn't want to be in this position right here where he can just cross you up. Yeah, this is Midwest of Cali.
Mm-hmm.
And it's running pretty smooth. You'll get like a little like random stutter, but it's only like for a frame, right? It's not too bad.
Yeah. This is also a Mara streaming too.
So. Yeah, and I'm streaming too, so it's pretty damn good. My connection's pretty great. Yeah, so this is the key to stopping the character, right? You never want to be in that position.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It reverted back to that. I see what happened. So my button's screwed up again. Okay, so heavy punches out of the equation because I gotta fix up my I don't know. My controllers are having issues with Retroarch when I set them up because like it'll treat heavy punch as 2 kicks. I mean like heavy punch and heavy kick at the same time, so it'll auto activate this. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I gotta figure out that issue. That's the only issue I've ran into so far because I'm using a Brooks converter and I'm trying to figure out which mode Retroarch actually likes. And I know it doesn't really like Xbox One mode, so I gotta switch it out of that. But I'm still trying to figure out which controller it will accept. But the issue is like if I use my retro board, because I have the retro board fitted in too, it won't read these directional inputs for some reason. It'll read the buttons, but not the directional input. So you won't be able to see on my hitbox display the directional inputs. Really weird. Hero, he already has a body splash, a jump light kick. PS3 controllers? Okay. I'll just set it to PS3 mode.
Yeah, my stick is on.
Well, no, that's not my issue. My issue is getting it to reach the controller and getting my hitbox overlay to function properly. That's my issue. So I'll figure that out eventually. Which one's the correct one? Because that's like a problem for my end. Only because I'm using this hitbox overlay, right? Well, then just use the fucking beast cannon then. Better than a body splash. It's the greatest body splash of all time. Look at that. Look, I was safe on block.
And on hit, you get like EX Climb Razor. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. Broken move. Alright, I'm gonna continue jumping. Obnoxious character, man. He's so good.
Yeah. Oh, there we
go. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Just put that in your notes, Stafy. Guard cancel is useless against Beast Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf's definitely a character you have to like mind your spacing against him, because he will probably kick your ass if you're like one step.
Yeah, you want to
like one step next to you.
Yeah, you definitely want to counter space this character. Like, be always around this range at all times.
Yeah.
Probably further even, because he can still reach you with jump roundhouse. And even then, you're not safe because you got dashing roundhouse and dashing beam.
Yeah.
So he's still gonna close the distance, or he's just gonna jump beast cannon. He's coming in.
Yeah. Or just ES beast cannon if you feel like it. Just...
Yeah. Oops. But yeah, that's the online training. Any more questions? And yes, I definitely recommend using this right now over if you play on Windows 10. If you play on Windows 10 and you're having micro stuttering issues, yes, definitely use this over that. Use Discord and this combined, and you should be able to get matches in and stuff. And if anything, if you need training mode help, just hit me up. I'm pretty much down to do this whenever anyone wants. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna. Who's Josh using at Alpha 2? Who's he using? I want to know. Because I'll go make cheats for Alpha 2 right now. I'll be at a friend's place over the weekend, but definitely hit me up. I'm definitely available during Monday through Friday when I get home. He's playing Rose? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go make cheat files for Alpha 2. We'll go blab up right now with somebody. And we'll go beat up Rose. I'm gonna pick Rolento on him, and I'm gonna lab up that matchup.
Oh yeah, Rolento Rose is actually a
I'll kill him
pretty
one
good
hit.
matchup.
Yeah.
Zangief too. Zangief fucks up Rose.
You know what? I would use Geef, but my hitbox grappler skills are not very good.
Okay.
You have to... Yeah. Like, I usually botch 360s on here, to be honest. I don't play too many grappler. I need to, though. I need to fix that. It's been a problem in Rolento. It's kind of hard to do 360s on here, man, sometimes.
Yeah, even as a hitbox, man.
There are things that are annoying to do on this thing. And you're definitely not going to catch me playing, like, hitbox, Geef, or anything on Super Turbo. Because it's impossible to do 720. haven't found any like meaningful way to do like 720 on here. Because you have to go in the same direction. You can't do like this. This doesn't work. Like in newer games, you have to do the same direction twice. I hate it. Yeah, in newer games you could swipe back and forth. Like in Street Fighter 5, yeah, you could just do that. Yeah, I main CE Sim, dude. Best character. But yeah, like in this game in Vsav, you have to do the same thing. So in order to do Victor 720, you can't do this. You have to do the same direction twice, and that shit's annoying. The only good news is that you can start it up from a dash, right? So you can eliminate the up input while you're dashing with Victor, but you have to be really fast, and I don't like. I guess if I get gloves, I'll try it out and see if that'll work it out, right? Like if I can get fast enough if I'm wearing a glove. But like doing it up by hand is kind of annoying. Sliding it out. Actually, yeah, I can show like how that command grabs work. Oops, wrong one.
Yeah,
it's an interesting topic because 360s are weird in this game. So yeah, in this game, you can start off your 360 while dashing like that. That wasn't even a 360. That was like a fucking. Bang.
Yeah, I think I was.
Yeah, let me do that again. See, I'm botching it already. I'm bad. Why is he not coming out? Is this a medium punch only thing? No, yeah, it might be medium punch. I don't think. Can you do Victor's 360 with light?
I think it's medium punch or heavy punch.
Oh, it's one of those kind of command grabs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's some command grabs you can't do them off of light. They only have medium punch and heavy punch, and I guess Victor's one of them. But yeah, you can start off your 360s in this game because you can hold up during a dash. Your character will never jump, right? So you can start at the up input to do your 360s. That way you'll never get like a jump. But 720, I'm not. You know what? I gotta like count how many inputs I gotta do by spinning this around just to do the 720 from starting off with a dash. And you probably still have to sneak in a light kick normal or something just to buffer it in too. So I have no idea. But I get access to the cheater DP, so that's fun. SOC DP is fun. Oops. Yep, but that's pretty much it, guys. I'll probably just close up the stream so I can start editing and throwing this on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much all I wanted to show. I wanted to show Netplay with Retroarch and using cheat codes online, and it's not desyncing, which is pretty amazing. And I think it's going to step up a lot of communities when they start using it, right? But Vsav community will start using this immediately. I'll help foster this into the community, like effective immediately. So hit me up when you guys want to train.
Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna close the stream out, guys. I'll catch you all later. I'll probably start streaming out regularly now because of this. So I'll probably get somebody to come in. You know, we'll do like a match video review, and then we'll just go in and fix the problem immediately. Online training mode, right? I guess that's how I would structure it now. So yeah, I'll start streaming a lot more regularly now that I have, you know, this kind of thing to make content, right? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna close this thing out. See y'all later.
Yep. Peace.
Peace.